Scotty. Who's Scotty?
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another video, and let me start by saying I have to eat a slice of humble pie.
You're gonna be eating a humble pie?
Sometimes I get it wrong, and in this case, with the Backfire ERA or ERA, I judged a book by its cover or a board by its photo. You know what I mean. Anyway, roll the close-ups and let's talk about the board. So super quick story. When I saw this board online available from Backfire USA, I thought, like a lot of people, that's an ugly board. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I reached out to Backfire and said, hey, can you send me some video? I want to talk about this board like I did in my, my e-chat. And the owner replied, he said, hey, there's not really any video out there yet. If we send you one, you can shoot some video yourself. And I was like, oh, go on then, send it over. I said, I think it's ugly though. He goes, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you see it in person. Well, the box arrived, I opened it up, and the first thing I said, or my first reaction was, whoa. Whoa. Like honestly, in person, this board looks fantastic. It's a lot bigger than you realize when you see an online photo. The photos don't show it's concave on the deck. It's got a really beautiful concave on the front half of the board. The weight of it is just almost nothing, 7.8 kilos, I believe, and the 180 watt-hour polymer battery gives pretty good range. It certainly isn't going to win any range tests, but that's not what this board is for. It is a commuter board. It's a last mile solution. Sticking with tradition, Backfire has teamed up with Hobbywing with a silky smooth Hobbywing ESC, Hobbywing motors, a really nice wood composite deck, foam grip tape, and some really nice bushings with precision machined washers. All in all, this board is just a really nice package. Now, like all boards, it's not perfect. There are a couple of very small opportunities, which we'll talk about at the end. But honestly, guys, I think that's enough talking. Let's get the helmet, let's get some knee pads, let's go for a ride. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Don't forget, once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a brand new electric skateboard shipped to your door completely free of charge. Also, if you're liking this content, if you really like what this channel is doing, make sure you always hit that thumbs up button. It tells me you like the style and we should keep going with this type of video. Alright, gang, and here it is. I know you just saw the close-ups, but here it is in real life with no lights, no slow motion, that sort of thing. And as you can see, I mean, I hope you agree, I think it is legitimately a good looking board. So sleek, and you really can pretend it is a normal electric skateboard. So let's start off talking about the deck on the ERA or ERA board. It's 38 inches long. It has really nice concave up here. Now, as you can see my foot, I'm a size 11 US, and it really does fit my foot nicely. It is a little bit narrower at the rear with a little bit less concave, but it's not a problem at all, and it's still very, very comfortable to do some nice carving on. Okay, now let's move down to the wheels. They are a 90mm by 55mm. They're a 80A hardness, and they come in the one color, which I'm gonna call Dukes of Hazzard Orange. If you don't know what Dukes of Hazzard are, Google it and thank me later. These are really nice and grippy. I imagine in the wet, they'll be like any other urethane and probably a little bit loose, but for standard city carving, really nice. Ooh, man, I do like this board. For a reverse kingpin, it has a really nice carve to it. Like this. All right, we're maxing out sport mode now, and we are at 34 kilometers per hour. So 34K is almost exactly what they say. So they're pretty close on specs. Turbo apparently will do 38, but I can tell you already that in my previous testing, I've already done more than that. I hit 40 around my house. Right, let's check out the turning circle on the Backfire ERA. Now, because of the bushings and the precision washers, it actually has a really nice turning circle. Let me show you. It's about a 3.5 meter turning circle. Certainly not as tight as a double kingpin, but still tight, but also very calm, regular. I can't think of the word. It just feels smooth when you're doing it. Like it's not jerky or trying to pull you back to the center. It's a really nice feeling. Now here is really the biggest, or my biggest sort of, I guess, not concern, but just watch out when you're riding a street board with street wheels. These gutter lips. If you look at that, that lip is almost half the height of the wheel. And if you hit that, it doesn't matter how fast you go, it doesn't matter how you move your weight, it's either going to stop you or damage your trucks. So just be aware when you're riding a street board and you see gutters like that, just don't try. I see so many posts about people hitting gutters and then blaming the board manufacturer for something bending or breaking. I've just spotted a one wheel in the wild. Look at this. You see so few of these guys in Brisbane. The one wheeler over there. That's on a pint. Now, because I'm on street wheels, I am constantly looking forward and reading the footpath and looking for uneven surfaces. Because with these smaller wheels, I don't want it to throw me forward if I hit something more than about an inch high. Something you need to always do when you're on street wheels. Now the battery, as I mentioned at the beginning, is 180 watt hours, and it's made of the polymer cells, so they're nice and flat. So it's not your traditional 18650 or 21700. It's a thin cell that can go in the deck, which allows it to be flat like it is. Now, Backfire does claim a range of 15 to 20 kilometers, and I actually think that's probably super accurate. Side note, these corrugations are pretty rough, but not too bad. It is a hub board, so you can feel them, but you know, it's not the end of the world. So the range, I think, on this, with the estimate of 15 to 20K, is pretty accurate for an average size rider doing city riding, you know, going to the city, going to work. But here's the kicker, because it's 180 watt hours and the charger they supply is a decent size, I'll put it on the screen right here, it's an hour-and-a-half charge. All right, really quickly, let's check out top speed. We're in turbo mode. We've got just over half battery left. Let's see what we can get up to. I already calibrated the remote. When I say calibrate, I checked on my GPS. Okay, that's 40 right there. 41 kilometers per hour. That is definitely its max speed. Pretty happy with that. They claim 38, so 40, easy, done. Let's see what we're doing now. 40 kilometers per hour right there. Very, very, very slight uphill, like maybe 1%. 39 kilometers per hour now. And it's just stable because those reverse kingpins and the bush ends and the precision washer setup, as I've mentioned a couple of times. Definitely a strength. Alright, so Backfire ERA. Now let me be very clear. You probably can't see my face. Hopefully you can see my face. Let me be very clear. This is not, I'm not trying to sell you this board. I'm not trying to tell you this is the best electric skateboard on the market. It obviously isn't. But what it is a very good commuter board. Very light, 7.6 kilos. A little bit back heavy, but you can't help that. Obviously the motors, they've spread the battery out as best they can. Really nice power. Good speed, 38 to 40 kilometers per hour, even with me on it. So let's move on to the SWOT analysis really quickly. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strength, the size, obviously the thickness of the board, Hobbywing motors, Hobbywing-esque, the battery, the fact that it's polymer cells, which allows that deck to be so thin. The trucks, the bushings, and the precision washers make this board a pleasure to ride. Weaknesses, well, I always get comments going, oh, there can't be any weaknesses. Yeah, how can you not have any weaknesses? If this was a $2,000 board, sure, I'd have weaknesses. Just like every skateboard I review, you need to take into account the cost, the purpose. This is a $500 electric skateboard made by a very, very reputable, I can never say that word, company, which offers great customer service. So guess what? For 500 bucks, it doesn't have any weaknesses. Moving on to opportunities, there's a couple of very small ones. The first one is the wheel hardness. I think being hubs, it would be nice to see the 78A wheel durometer on there. It would just give a tiny little bit of relief when you're going on rough roads and cobblestones and so on. The next point, and I know it's probably almost impossible to fix, and that is just the weight dispersion on the board. It would be great if there was, and I know it's hard because the motors are at the back, I get it, but it would be nice if you could pick it up in the middle and it didn't fall one way or another. So I can pick that up there and it's gonna, where is it? Where's basically the purple line, there you go, I've just worked that out. The purple line is your balance point. So if you pick it up in the middle of the board, there, it's gonna tip backwards. Purple line, okay. Maybe they've done that on purpose, maybe they haven't, who knows. And lastly, let's move on to threats, guys. Honestly, there's no threats with this board. Good trucks, good wheels, strong deck, good battery, good motors. It is what it is. It's a cool commuter board, last mile solution that's gonna get you 15 to 20K cruising, 10 to 15 if you're riding reasonably hard, and it's sub 500 bucks. And as I said, it's from a very popular brand that offers good customer service. All right guys, let's end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at the Backfire ERA. If you've made it this far and you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. It really helps out with not only the algorithm, but it lets me know that you like the style of video and that you like the direction I'm taking the channel. And if you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. We have the 10,000 sub giveaway coming up. As soon as we hit 10,000 subs on the channel, we'll be giving away a brand new electric skateboard delivered free of charge to your door. So gang, thank you so much for watching. Remember, skate safe, wear a helmet, and we'll see you on the next video. Yo!
Scotty. Who's Scotty?